Kathy tripped her way through the Quincy School District, blissfully unaware of the fate that awaited her, until one day, while going through the lunch line at the junior high, she laid eyes on a tall, thin, blonde boy working in the cafeteria. We will never know if it was his horn-rimmed glasses, or the way the fluorescent light gleamed off his plastic hairnet. Perhaps it was years of cleaning it up at the bakery that had developed in him a certain elegant style and efficiency of movement, which, as he sprayed dried-on spaghetti sauce from the lunch trays, caught her attention. But something about this fellow was so oddly compelling that from that moment on, she forswore all other suitors. And the rest is history. Tolo dances, homecomings, and proms, watching the submarine races from the slopes of Mount Monument. It all swirled together in a kaleidoscope of unrequited love. Years of long, slow kisses and tender embraces worked their magic. Kathy's bosom swelled with love, and, well, it just swelled. Joe never had a chance. He was Twitter paid. Their love affair carried them through high school and on to Spokane Community College, until one fateful day, as Joe lay prostrate on an emergency room gurney, waiting for medical attention for a severely sprained ankle which he suffered during a cutthroat game of tetherball. He popped the question. They were married on September 6, 1980, amidst the love and good wishes of friends and family. Married life seemed to agree with them. Kathy's peaches and cream complexion was suffused with an inner glow, and Joe's acne abruptly cleared up and his voice dropped 2 octaves. In 1981, they moved to Pullman, and Joe became a coug. I could possibly have forgiven him this if it had not been for the fact that he forced his lovely wife, the innocent brown-haired cherub, to live in a flimsy trailer with no insulation and little heating, while she slaved to pay his way through college by wrangling pizzas at Domino's. Since a winter in Pullman is only slightly warmer than a winter at the North Pole, one can only speculate as to the desperate measures they must have resorted to stay warm. In the spring of 1984, Joe convinced the governors of WSU that he was never going to leave Pullman unless he had a degree. They finally caved and allowed Joe to graduate. As a slightly belated graduation present, Kathy gave Joe a 7-pound baby girl named Katie. It seems those long winter nights weren't all spent studying. He was so happy with Katie that Kathy gave him a similar gift named James 9 months later. At this point, a family meeting was held to decide if we should send in Uncle Paul to give Joe and Kathy the sex talk. But since the damage was already done, they decided against it. Besides, Paul said, even a WSU graduate can figure out where these babies are coming from. Jeremy and Jacob soon followed. After graduation, Joe took a job with Mobil Oil. In the next 20 years, the family moved to Bakersfield, Oklahoma City, Spokane, Kittitas, and Reardon. Personally, I concluded that either Joe or Kathy must have observed the commission of some heinous crime by a member of the Mafia, and were now enrolled in the U.S. Federal Marshal's Witness Protection Program. How else could you explain their frequent movements to ever more increasingly remote and isolated locales? I mean, really, why couldn't you have moved to someplace cool like Maui or Key West? I could go on and on here, but there are others who'd like to take a shot at you.